track walk with the gimbal. So let's see how this sucker works. Gotta turn it around. Everyone last time said I had vertigo. So here's the start stretch. Riders are probably going to step on and maybe try to step off and double into the first corner. Talon, do you think so?
Yeah, it's either on, off, or you just go over 3 into the corner. But it's like sand.
It is.
I'm looking at this, it's really sandy right here.
That's,
I don't think that's typical for Denver. But you never know.
Maybe it'll pack in for sure.
Probably. It looks good.
Awesome. So he's saying jump over, triple into the corner, which I'd have to agree. I don't have the balls to do it, but he does. See, I'm more of a, let's try to double this sucker, but it is. He is totally right. It is very sandy here. So the berms, man, this sucker is at like a 90. This thing is sharp. It doesn't even do it justice how steep the sucker is. So these riders are gonna stay way high. If you stayed right here at the bottom, you're not gonna be able to do it. Come around the corner. Here is a step on, step off. It's the same level. So you're not gonna see anybody quad this. It's gonna be a step on, step off. I want to say this sucker is 9 feet. Scary because you can't even see the landing to it, so you have to be fully committed. And from there, whew, I'm gonna sprain my ankle just trying to get around the track. Right into a corner. So riders are probably going to come to the outside and come to the inside, and I could see roll, then step over, which that's a pretty big hit. To roll and then step over, you're going to be up high in the air. Talon, once again, you thinking outside, just step on, step off?
The off looks hard. It looks like it's about the same size as the table. So.
And he is right, there is no lip, where on the first one back over here there's a lip to it, to this sucker. No lip. So trying to jump off of this is going to be incredibly difficult. Maybe riders could start to build a lift after a lot of guys end up jumping off of this, but the line will probably be inside roll, inside roll, to then come over here. Again, forgive the gimbal. It's what I have to go through, cheap as
eventually,
to then triple into this next corner. So we will triple into the next corner. If not, guys, we'll double, single, and roll. But the line is more than likely, the fast line is going to be to triple, haul ass around the corner, and from here you're going to double, maybe from the outside, I don't know. That corner looks so sketch. To then try to triple onto the corner.
12 seconds later.
Okay, so I need a new gimbal because this sucker isn't worth it. Best Buy, $200, doesn't work. I need like the $1,000 one. So my bad. Anyway, if you can triple onto this sucker out of that corner, that is the biggest big kahuna line of the entire racetrack as of right now from what I see. To then step on, step off, and triple. And one thing you notice here that makes this stuff scary is look at how this one is smaller than the second one right there. I'm standing on a landing, but the launch here, the next one is much bigger. land on the smaller one down here and then triple again into the corner. Look at how much bigger that sucker is. Way bigger. No pun intended. Usually bigger is better, but in this case, as bigger is scarier. And they got a nice little quad here, which is interesting. Riders might as well just try to quad all the way in. But this little roller here, there's literally, you've got 10 feet here between there and the actual corner.
JP, we stopped to find KB and find out who our
From there, this sucker goes through the riders, then comes back to this bowl corner, but then you're going to start in the whoops. Let's go into the whoops. And you can see riders from the inside. These are fairly big. I want to say close to being waist high. And I can see riders coming in, and if they come to the inside, then what they're going to do is they're going to drift wide and come through here, but then they're going to leave themselves open on the inside. But you'll probably see riders roll off this first one and then try to jump instantly through them, where the good riders are going to go triple, triple, double. But yeah, they get a little bit bigger and they're nice and round right now. Shane, jump lap one or
No.
blitz?
Yeah, I just skim them.
Wait till the night show for jumping?
I think so. Because you're not going to be able to go outside here in a race.
Inside.
You can't leave that open. Cool. And with it being a flat corner after, you just
180?
yeah, cut it, jump, 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 tight, down. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I wish we were skimming the whoops more this year, but
So next year, anything over 9 is better.
I think more than 9 is okay, as they've built them really consistent this year, which they've really kind of been on top of trying to figure it out. I think if they build them consistent, it doesn't matter how many there are. But if we go from like a super small set to the next weekend, there's 16 of them and they're really big, that's when we see the crashes. So it's like this year they've been consistent, and I mean, for me, I like more than 9 whoops and I like Dragon's backs, but yeah.
So what you're saying is because of them being so consistent, you can set the bike up the same every weekend for the
Yeah.
whoops.
Yeah. Well, because some tracks are built to break down, so it's like they'll build them kind of small to medium starting out, and it's like, okay, everybody's blitzing them, and then it's like by the end of the day you just have a rut through them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But then it's like, oh, we've got hard dirt this weekend, so we'll build big whoops, and then we end up not hardly skimming them throughout practice, to where then the night show, once they get prepped, it's like 2022, I believe, it's like half the guys may not even be able to skim them in the main event. So it's like, yeah, I think the inconsistency is where we've seen a lot of the crashes from, not necessarily the quantity. Yeah.
Thank you, Shane. There you have it, from the professional. So yeah, these things do not look fun to skip. And you can see what they have here on the end is there's one that's a little bit higher than the rest of them, which is preventing riders. They're trying to slow them down. I can see what the track crew is trying to do is say, hey, if you go to the outside, that is honestly might be faster, but then you're leaving the door open. but to help prevent guys, they've got that next one built up. And so they'll come back across the start, and we'll sneak over here. To the finish line. Forgive the vertigo. And here I can definitely see riders coming to this berm and using this berm. To the large finish line, which this sucker, for anyone that hasn't walked one of these tracks before, is super sketch. Just because of how steep it is and you can't see anything, to then a large, sharp landing. Quick opinion, do you guys think you can triple on from that tight corner?
No way.
No way?
Not at elevation. Maybe a sticky, like Dallas type of dirt, yeah, but elevation, like 450s or like 250s. I was like, we were even talking, you're gonna go like inside to go single table, you're gonna be in first gear on 450s.
So you're thinking probably roll, then step over?
Or yeah, or double table single and then 3-3.
Yeah,
but yeah, with the
3-3 would be easier.
we'll see how the sand kind of how much it spins, how low power we have on the bikes. But
It's looking like it might not be as blue grooved with the sand.
oh no.
Yeah, for sure. Every year here it's normally super hard, but this, I don't know if they got it worked in or if it's just gonna blow off.
Yeah.
So we'll see, like after the pulp race today, if it gets hard, then tomorrow is shot. They're probably gonna water the crap out of it though.
Oh, yeah.
With elevation, how does that affect you guys? Do you notice it?
Yeah, I mean you start breathing quicker, a lot quicker.
Yeah, I would say
than
like
your bikes,
sprint laps, it doesn't really make a difference, but once you're 4 or 5 laps in, that's where you start to feel the difference. So,
I already feel like my mouth is dry.
yeah, I was
more dry than normal.
Yeah, but
this morning I was like trying to clear my throat and I was coughing and like just a normal morning clear my throat, and I was like a little like when I was out of breath when I got done clearing my throat.
We're at
I was like,
5,500 feet here. Do you guys gear the bikes down at all?
Yeah, we make a couple changes to the bikes, chassis wise, gearing, and then some engine
Could
ECU
you
stuff as well.
share with front and rear sprockets?
It's top secret info.
Do you guys
Tomorrow
mix?
after the race, maybe.
Okay. Do you guys mix the gas at all?
We do some ECU changing, so we're on the same fuels we normally do. As of right now, it's Friday, we're at press, so we'll see what the bike's like. Obviously, it's a good advantage. We can change tomorrow if we need to.
Cool.
But,
I'll let you guys get back to it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
for
you.
sure.
Maybe we can get somebody to tell us what their gearing is.